Hi, my name is Antonis and I'm the painter of this video. Today you will see me painting a study on Francisco Goya. Goya was a Spanish painter and he's said to be the last of the great masters and the first of the modern painters. And Goya is one of my most loved painters. He has formed my notion about painting and art. And I truly wanted to honor him by making this video and talking about him through the perspective of a painter. Francisco Goya was a truly amazing artist, and he evolved as he was getting older. His artwork also changed. He was born in 1743, and by the age of 40 he was already the painter of the royal court in Spain. And at that period of his life, he used to paint in Rococo style, subject matters that were kind of frivolous, very happy, very light subject matters, amazingly painted, of course. But we already see at that period that his thoughts on the royal family and royalty in general was a little bit not what it seemed. He has painted this family portrait of the king's family, and although it is an amazing portrait, we see that he has depicted the king and queen as if they were idiots. So painting was always his way of expressing his inner thoughts, his feelings in a very subtle way at that period. Later on, his painting became more direct, and we can feel all this anguish that he would feel about humankind, the state of humanity, and his true feelings. Goya became deaf soon in life, and he survived two fatal illnesses in his life. So he experienced firsthand this anguish of existence, this anguish of deteriorating physically and mentally. His mental state is questionable as he proceeded in life. And of course, he experienced the terrors of the Napoleon Wars and the corruption of politicians and the church in that period. So he became a little bit embittered about all this, and all this was expressed in his paintings, especially in the latest paintings of his life. But early on, we see on his engravings this anguish, this terror. I don't want to talk much about his work. I want to see this from the perspective of a painter. So I chose to study one of the paintings he did on the house of Quinta del Sordo, the house of the deaf. It was a house a little bit outside of Madrid that Goya lived for some years, some of his latest years. The name of the house was because another deaf man was living before Goya, and by chance Goya was deaf as well. So he painted these black paintings there on the walls of the house. These paintings were not supposed to be publicly displayed, they were just for him to see. And there is his very famous painting painted by him, Saturn devouring his child. It's one that you for sure have seen. At that same house, he has painted many other paintings, and from there I chose to study this face here. So I just want to say how deeply Goya has influenced me as a painter. To me, it is really amazing how a painter change his way of depicting. We see that Goya is not interested as he proceeds in life and his health deteriorates. He experiences this existential crisis, and this is so evident in his artwork. He's not interested anymore in depicting happy themes, happy subject matters, or even the way he paints. He's not interested anymore in painting soft blurrings, soft transitions. He becomes very expressionistic, let's say. He becomes very raw in the way of handling his colors, his brush strokes, and to me it is really amazing how painting and painters, through the anguish they experience, they become lighthouses for all the rest of us, and they become their work comforts us. Their work is exploring areas of humankind for us. Anyway, so really, to me, it's Goya is a painter that we should study a little bit more and honor a little bit more. Of course, he's a very honorable painter and globally admired as one of the best painters ever lived. Yeah, this is just to pay him my honors. As I was painting this face, I realized more his masterful skills. At first, it seemed very easy to paint study, but as I proceed painting this, I realized how his mastery was shining through these brush strokes. The years of experience was shining through these very accurately painted, free of course brush strokes, but very to the point. These paintings are so masterfully drawn. Their drawing underneath is amazing. Their expression, their level of expression is truly amazing. Expressing, of course, the state of humankind as Goya saw it at the later years of his life. Here I'm using just 4 colors on my palette. I'm just using black, white, some yellow, and a little bit of red. These 4 colors. Essentially, I'm using black, white, and yellow. What I've done is, as you saw earlier before, I've done a very rough sketch, and then I have started by painting very roughly the shadowy parts and the facial features. Painted the lights with some of these earthly tones on the areas that had to be in light. At first, I've used a more thin color, thinned with turpentine. I have to say that I haven't used linen oil at all on this subject. And then, as I was observing the original work, and I was trying to see the nature and the dynamics of his brush strokes, I realized that I had to go thicker in color. So gradually I moved in painting with thicker colors and just adding color and moving the color around in order to achieve these masterful transitions of light and shadow. It was a really satisfying and moving for me experience painting this face. I could step into the psychology a little bit of Goya at this by painting this, and I I really felt how a painter like Goya could paint anything he wanted. His freedom at this point was amazing, and this study was taught me that painting is not just about the surface of things. Painting, beautiful, just beautiful and amazing subjects, but also painting should dive deeper in the human emotions, the human state, and express things that are crucial for everyone. Thus, painting can become universal and be interesting for all eras, for all periods of history. Goya's paintings are are so amazing to be seen today in this period of time. They talk directly to what's happening today. So this study was also to remind us that painting should be about the human state, about what's happening and the problems, the issues, the concernings of humankind. So really these paintings have comforted me a little bit. They have been, as I said, a lighthouse for me and a goal to where I want to move as a painter and as an artist. These paintings of Goya really are great for all of the painters, the artists who struggle with realism, that struggle with their drawing skills, and that we have to realize that art is not just about depicting reality, but owning what our gifts are, owning our state of our mastery. Maybe some painters have drawing weaknesses. That's fine. The important is to find what we want to say, to find our language, and to own this language. It doesn't matter if the paintings are not very realistic or anything like that. The important is to express truth, to express universal truths, and to comfort people and enlighten people. So I want to thank Francisco Goya for teaching me all this, to pay my honors here. And I also want to thank you so much for being with me on this study. To really thank you for your amazing comments and your beautiful presence on this channel. So stay healthy, be creative, be inspired to be more in the studio. And I will see you soon in another video. Bye. If you want to learn more about traditional painting and how to paint like the masters, join me at my Patreon page, where you can find exclusive content that I upload on oil painting, egg tempera painting, iconography, some lessons on drawing from life, and so much more. Page where you can support the production of my videos, and you can learn so many things about painting. Thank you so much. I will see you at the studio.